Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I came across an audio that was made in 1987, and in this talk it had a bunch of interesting things. And of course this is 2016. You may wonder, why am I going back in time? Because going back in time in these talks, you'll find out what Jehovah Witnesses was teaching, what they believed in, and what was different from that time and today's time will prove that Watchtower has made too many promises and Jehovah Witnesses has lost many things from the past that never came true. And part of the talk is talk about when the last days started, 1914. And from 1987 to back to 1914, it was 73 years. So that means those elderly people that was born on 1914 is 73 years old. And that was 1987. So let's get into this talk and we will take it from there. Now, if you're a Jehovah Witness who stumble across this video, it says within one generation. Now you got an overlap generation. It doesn't says anywhere in the Bible an overlap generation. If you can prove to me there's an overlap generation in the Bible, leave a comment. Let's continue. Matter of fact, that generation is already dead. So, where's paradise? Where's Armageddon? Where's the future of the watchtower that they couldn't keep the past teaching and predicted that the world was so close that those elderly people would have been from 73 to 75, 80, 85 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old. They all passed away. That's a false prophet. That's a false prophet. Jehovah Witnesses.
something. Don't let it bother you. Because there's advantages that you can do to change that. Yes, there is anything that you can do to change that. See, you don't know when that generation was that, and you don't need to know. I mean, why should we need to know? That wasn't Jesus' concern. He wasn't concerned about that. He was concerned.
Could be a possibility that the generation 1914 was not the generation that he was talking about. Could be a possibility that it could be more toward the Jews generation, that closer to them returning to their homeland in 1948. Could it be that generation Christ was talking about? Not Jehovah Witnesses, which they are Gentiles like any other person that's not a Jew. Why would he pick a generation of Gentiles to talk about, or using them for the end of the wickedness of this world? Think about it, Jehovah Witnesses. Everything that's in the Bible is talking about the Jews. When it comes to dates, years, not you, and not the governing body. Let's continue.
About people, helping people. But why hasn't the Great Tribulation come yet? Well, the answer's there. It's obvious. No time for it. It's all here. That's the simple answer. It just isn't time for it. Jehovah knows the right time, and when that day comes, you'll know it too. And what a day that will be. There's no way we can describe that. And we look at a picture tonight. A picture couldn't describe it for us. Because when that day comes, you'll know it. But in the meantime, here we are. We're living close to the end of this system of things. And never has there been a better time than right now to do what? To share in the vital work of kingdom preaching and disciple making. Now, I could have said, never has there been a better time than now to come to the kingdom hall. And that's true too. But the other is more urgent. Never has there been a better time than right now to share, to do your share in the vital work of kingdom preaching and disciple making. Why? The system.
Share of preaching and disciple making. I remember in a book, if I get her name right, Elette Mozart. She was in Watchtowers books that they publish. What did they teach? What Jehovah's Witnesses was teaching from door to door? That she was saying that Jerusalem was destroyed in 607 BCE. Now, can you imagine going to the door and telling people Jerusalem was destroyed in 607 and showing them this book and showing this lady was an archaeologist and she put in her books literature that Jerusalem fell in 607. Well, here's the thing. This is part of her information. And it says Babylonian had come into the city twice. Once was 607. No. It doesn't say 607. It says 605. And if you go down further, it says now in 587, the royal office convinced was weak, is cured of King Zechariah. And you keep going down further, you find out Nebuchadnezzar was the one who destroyed the first temple, the house of David, and the main big buildings in Jerusalem, 587. Now, question, Jehovah's Witnesses. If you find the real truth when Jerusalem fell, that would destroy the generation of 1914. I mean, we had World War I, 1914. We had World War II. Nothing happened. And nothing happened in 1914. So it could be a possibility that the generation that Christ was talking about have nothing to do with World War I or World War II. And like I said, maybe the generation he's talking about is the generation of the Jews, since the Bible is about the Jews, written by the Jews. And you taking things from the Bible and pointing to you. And you're using this woman's research and her to make lies about the dates she had when Jerusalem was destroyed, and make her a liar, dishonest, and supporting the watchtower when her work was saying Jerusalem was destroyed in 587. So why would she tell Watchtower one thing and her research went all over the world said another thing? Why would she make one lie and one truth? So Jehovah's Witnesses, how can you prove who's telling the truth? Well, this is Nebuchadnezzar's father. And he died in 605. Nebuchadnezzar took the throne. And when he came to Jerusalem the first time, that was 605. The year that his father died. And that's when he took Daniel and the 3 Hebrews. Then, in 587, he destroyed he destroyed the first temple. Since it was supposed to be 18 or 19 years while he was on the throne, he destroyed the temple on his second attack. How could he do it while his father was on the throne 2 years earlier? He wouldn't have been the king. His father would have been. So how can you go door to door, preach the truth, when actually Jehovah's Witnesses, you are teaching a lie? So you need to do research besides your jw.org, so that makes it Satan jw.org, because lies is what Satan devil makes, and when people use lies, they are just like their father. So that would make jw.org belong to Satan the devil and the organization, because it's both lies